From 2014, the enormity of dropping a bomb on a civilian population was committed on this day in 1945. Conventional wisdom has it that it was done to shorten the war. President Truman later claimed he slept soundly over the decision. U.S. Chiefs of Staff of Military claimed it wasn't Truman's decision. The truth is, it was a war crime and will probably never be properly examined, and it is impossible to compensate victims. Japan is not alone in experiencing the war crime of bomb dropping on civilian populations. Germany experienced it too, and both dealt it as well. The background to firebombing German cities and nuking Japanese ones is political. Weak U.S. leadership, Democrat presidents, and the threat of a rapacious Soviet Union, which was claiming territory from temporal delay, forced a desperate U.S. leadership to cut corners. In the rush, U.S. military shed personnel in assaults when prudence would have called for caution. But time was a luxury. Germany had the technical expertise which later led to the U.S. space program. Fifth columns within the Allied nations campaigned to prevent territories from being liberated by U.S. or U.K. troops when the Soviets could claim it. In Europe, it resulted in an East-West divide until 1990. In Asia, it resulted in North Vietnam and North Korea. In Hiroshima, it resulted in some 70,000 dead immediately and tens of thousands in the years that followed. Try as hard as he will, Obama might never be a worse president than Truman. In current affairs, Christopher Pine has a sensible policy for higher education that allows the sector to expand and excel. There is no alternative vision given by opposition, unless Pine's reforms are followed. The sector threatens to implode. The opposition are opposing the budget measures and worse. Independents are flagging they will too. There is no alternative to affordable. Students need to eventually repay loans. Students need to shoulder a fair portion of the burden of costs. The sector needs to be able to sell itself overseas. Twin baby Gammy may be part of a Thai surrogacy scam. The baby may be the child of a pedophile. However, the baby deserves to be raised in a loving, healthy family. Surrogacy and adoption laws in Australia mean prospective parents look overseas. The dad should never be a parent. Now it looks like the corrupt Thai government are seeking money and threatening the surrogate mother as a shakedown. New South Wales government is looking sick in the ICAC hearings, but then the biased court is good at denouncing Conservatives where it turns a blind eye on the Australian Labor Party. The involvement of Tripodi opens questions of the New South Wales government's handling of my issue outlined in my petition. Have I been sold down the river to pay for ALP corruption the ICAC has accepted? Also on this day in history, in 1806, the Holy Roman Empire dissolved after the last emperor abdicated, leaving large kingdoms like Austria, Hungary, and what would later be Germany. Francis II would continue to oppose Napoleon. In 1912, the Bull Moose Party, established by Theodore Roosevelt, met in Chicago Coliseum. Theodore split the conservative vote and gave Democrat Wilson the presidency. In 1926, the movie Don Juan, starring John Barrymore, was released. It featured sound effects but no talking, and the most kisses of any Hollywood movie. In 1930, the corrupt New York government resulted in Judge Joseph Crater disappearing. Some say he was killed by police and relatives of police. In 1964, an old tree was identified and cut down for research. The research was unequivocal. That tree was old. Possibly 5,000 years old. There is no evidence the scientist had read Tolkien's work. That's it for today. I don't see anybody here, so if you come by this video at a later date and you like it, like it! Also feel free to comment and share. Spread the love. Be well.